Hello and welcome to HITC Sport. Alright, let's take a look at what players have been unfairly booed, criticised, or just generally disliked by fans of every Premier League club. Now I know this doesn't include every fan, and in some of these cases it was just a vocal minority who booed. So I'm not accusing your entire fan base of hating one player. In some cases, lads, I know it's just a small percentage, don't worry. This isn't even me necessarily saying that you're wrong for disliking these players. I'm just slightly confused as to why. And if you could let me know in the comment section below, that'd be great, because I love being educated. Alright, let's have a look. Arsenal, Cesc Fabregas. Yeah, we all know that nowadays Arsenal fans show Cesc Fabregas the same love and affection that Joseph Fritzl showed his kids, but is it justified? Can you really blame the man for leaving the club to return to Barcelona in 2011? But not only were they the boyhood club of his dreams, they just won the Champions League, boasted the best player on the planet, and weren't losing a cup final to the likes of Stephen Carr and Barry Ferguson. Okay, so maybe they don't boo him for that. Maybe it's probably because he ended up signing for Chelsea. Fabregas himself, he said the only reason he did that was because Yi turned him down.
Fabregas confirms Arsenal rejected chance to re-sign him. Once he made the decision to leave Barca, Arsenal had the first option and Barcelona had the obligation to contact Arsenal first. The week passed, Arsenal never responded, never contacted me either, so I made my move to Chelsea.
It's like crawling back to your ex-wife, only for her to stick her nose up at you in favour of her new shiny German boyfriend. Like, what are you supposed to do? Not hook up with her sister? Aston Villa Stuart Downing. Now, I get why you boo Fabian Delph, after the man displayed all the loyalty of a Geordie Shore housemate. As for Stuart Downing though, the man received a torrent of abuse on his returns to Villa Park, but why? Even Gareth Barry gets a better reception. A former captain who essentially stamped his feet to get a move to the Champions League with Liverpool, only ended up signing for a Europa League team, and would eventually go on to play for their local rivals. All Downing did was just leave a club on the downward spiral for Anfield. Unlike Barry, he didn't throw a tantrum, he wasn't club captain, and never came through the youth ranks, so I just don't really understand this one. Bournemouth, Adam Lallana. Now Bournemouth fans do seem like sweet, elderly folk who wouldn't boo a f***ing daffodil for fear of hurting its feelings, so why do they boo Adam Lallana? Nearly every time he's returned to the ground with Liverpool, he just seems to receive the same icy reception that Ryan Giggs must get at a family get-together. Are you booing him because he walked out on your club for Southampton? Because lads, he was 12 years old. If you're going to start booing the actions of a 12-year-old, then why not start with my cousin who stole my Walkman? Brighton, Kyle Walker.
Brighton fans trying to work out if they're going to set the tone for the season and boo Walker for no reason. Brighton fans booed Walker getting off the team coach, ha ha ha. Is it me or is Walker getting booed by Brighton fans? Have the Brighton fans stay behind just to boo Walker? Brighton fans booing Walker. Half these fans privileged to even be watching him play. Behave, you Championship fans.
Now I'm obviously missing something here. So Brighton, please illuminate me what it is. I can understand why you might be angry at Kyle Walker after he wasn't sent off in the FA Cup semi-final, but as you can see, you've been booing this man for years, and honestly, I don't know why. Is it because his weekly wage is worth more than your house? Is it because his voice box sounds like a crushed bag of helium? Like, I don't get it. What is it? Let me know. Like, maybe he fed chocolate to your dog. I don't know. Maybe there might be a reason. Burnley, Gaetang Bong. Why? Just why? For Christ's sake, this incident didn't even involve Burnley. Jay Rodriguez was playing for West Brom at the time. Stay out of it. Chelsea, Yossi Benayoun. I could have gone for Wayne Bridge, a former Chelsea hero who'd probably get yelled at in the street if he ever set foot back in West London, purely for having the audacity not to shake someone's hand. Lads, if that had happened to you, never mind handshakes, you probably want to punch the other fella in the f***ing face. But no, let's go for Yossi Benayoun, a man who probably wakes up in the dead of night screaming at Chelsea fans to leave him alone.
Yossi Benayoun angry at abuse from Chelsea fans. Yossi Benayoun, Chelsea fans are crossing the limit. Chelsea investigate Yossi Benayoun's claims of fan abuse.
Not sure why Yossi Benayoun ever joined Chelsea, considering the fans view him as nothing more than a stain on the bottom of their shoe. Apparently the reasons for their hatred was because he tweeted after Arsenal's 5-3 win at Stamford Bridge in October 2011.
What a great win today, well done guys.
Now yeah, I get that it would be pretty disgraceful for a Chelsea player to tweet that, but he was on loan at Arsenal. This club had obviously viewed him as a walking accident, spat him out on loan. Like, what was he supposed to do? Not congratulate his teammates? Spend the game looking as though he's in mourning for his parent club? Crystal Palace, Ben Watson. Now I know Crystal Palace fans don't hate Ben Watson, but I remember back in March 2007 in a 2-0 win over Leicester, he was booed for taking a penalty by his own goddamn fans. I've never seen a player get booed by his own fans for committing the cardinal sin of trying to take a penalty. Mauro Icardi aside. I know you guys don't hate Watson, but it was just a bit of a strange moment. Everton, Raheem Sterling.
Even the Everton fans boo Sterling. Everton supporters boo Sterling. Weird to see Everton fans boo Sterling, to be honest. Lovely how the Everton fans boo Sterling.
Now there is certain occasions when the people at Merseyside put down club ties, come together and unite as one. Whether it be for the Hillsborough Memorials or the combined hatred towards an old f***ing Gallagher. But why Raheem Sterling? Because he used to play for Liverpool? Lads, he essentially made a mug out of that club when he chose to sign for City. Shouldn't ye, as proud Evertonians, treat him as some sort of god? I mean, you'll cheer Rooney, a man who actively kissed the badge for an opposing team at your own goddamn stadium, but You'll boo Sterling for pissing off your rivals? Leicester City and N'Golo Kante.
How can Leicester fans boo N'Golo Kante? Disgusting. How can Leicester fans boo Kante? How Leicester fans can boo Kante, I'll never know. What sort of Leicester fan would boo Kante? Now real talk though, how can these Leicester fans boo Kante? How can any human being boo him? I don't get why Leicester fans boo Kante.
Now I know the majority of Leicester fans do not hate Kante, but he was still getting booed when he returned with Chelsea. Like these Leicester fans should have bedroom shrines dedicated to this man. He won you a league title. Like I don't care if he drops his shorts and takes a dump on the club crest. You should be queuing up to kiss this man's goddamn feet. Was it because he decided to leave for Chelsea? Like what, did you expect him to continue playing with Danny Drinkwater for the rest of his goddamn career? Oh, well, this is awkward. Liverpool Patrice Evra. Yes, I get that Patrice Evra is a strange fella who seems one step away from contracting Salmonella for the purposes of a goddamn video. Honest to Christ, I'm just waiting for Evra to take his camera to one of those forests on the back arse of Japan. Yeah, I get it. The man is about as unpredictable as Oscar Pistorius in a bathroom stall. But still, why do Liverpool fans hate him so much? Because lads, I'm genuinely confused. You might have a genuine reason, just please let me know. I'm just guessing it. Was it for the fact he won trophies at Manchester United, offering to give Ireland a rematch on the fucking PlayStation? Or was it... No. No, it can't have been for this. It can't have been for lodging a plate with the FA for what he perceived to be racial abuse. Like, no. No, it can't be that. Is it? Man City, James Milner. Okay lads, this one just confuses me. I mean they all do, but this especially. Like watch the next time Liverpool travel to the Etihad and James Milner is going to get roundly abused by all four corners. Lads, why? This is a fella who shares your hatred of Manchester United. This is a man who played over 200 games, helped you win 5 trophies, and he gets treated with the same level of animosity as I do when I return home for Christmas dinner. He moved to Liverpool to play more minutes and to feel like he was making a larger contribution to the team than just coming off the bench. Why boo him for that? Was it because he celebrated his goals against you? Like what do you expect him to do? Get down on his hands and knees and beg for forgiveness? For daring to do his job for the team who employs him? Was it for the fact he was cheering on Man United to beat you a couple of months ago? He wasn't doing it out of spite for his former club. He was doing it because that was the only way Liverpool were going to get their hands on a goddamn league title. Man United, Marouane Fellaini. Yeah, Marouane Fellaini wasn't exactly a stylish footballer and seemed to have all the grace and poise of a drugged up elephant. But why did Man United fans continuously boo this man? Yes, he wasn't exactly a fitting heir to Roy Keane, but the way the fans reacted, you'd swear he chucked your cat in the goddamn microwave. It wasn't his fault that David Moyes dragged him from Goodison Park. What was he supposed to do? Refuse to sign for the champions of England? It's like your wife buying a second-hand fridge that doesn't work properly. Like what are you gonna do? Boo the fridge? Like let's not forget he scored some important goals for you as well. Like one in a 3-0 win over Spurs, the second goal in a 4-2 demolition of Man City, an FA Cup semi-final strike against his former club, a last-minute winner against Young Boys, a game which was no doubt live-streamed to the homes of priests nationwide, and he also started in 2 victorious cup finals. Like, I don't get it. Newcastle Andy Carroll. Why boo him? He got you the deal of the century. Seriously, I can understand Newcastle fans were hurt. Yeah, their local lad basically jumped ship after just 18 months of leading the line. But apparently, it wasn't Carroll's fault. By all accounts, Carroll wanted to stay at Newcastle. He even said so at the time.
Andy Carroll claims he was forced to leave Newcastle for Liverpool.
As soon as the cheque cleared for £35 million in Mike Ashley's office, a place no doubt home to potent meat sweats and the lingering threat of type 2 diabetes, according to Carroll, he was effectively railroaded into signing the goddamn contract. According to a journalist, Carroll texted him to say,
"I'm gutted to be leaving my hometown club. I was told to go. I didn't want to leave, that's why I signed a 5-year deal. I was pushed out the door."
Although, that just begs the question, why did the journalist show these texts to the public? That would be like me releasing my recent conversation with Paul McShane. I'm not gonna do that. Although, I bet you all want to know what he said. Norwich City, Paul Lambert. Right, I'm not going to go for a player here. Just a manager. Paul Lambert was roundly booed when he returned to Carrow Road with Ipswich last season. This is a man who once picked Norwich off the floor, steered them to back-to-back promotions and kept them in the top flight. That's almost worthy of a goddamn statue. Now he's circling drain with Ipswich. You should pity him really, because he's not exactly a threat. He's just doing his best to find work at anyone that will employ him. I mean, you don't see Man United shaming the likes of Peter Schmeichel and Andy Cole, club legends, for choosing to wind down their playing days with Man City halfway down the league. It didn't really matter. Like, again, they weren't a threat. Sheffield United, Carlos Tevez. It's widely known that Sheffield United still hold a grudge against Carlos Tevez for keeping West Ham in the top flight at their expense back in 2007, unjustly, considering he was never supposed to be on the goddamn pitch. But I think their anger is slightly misplaced. Be angry at the men who organised the deal. Tevez, he was just some fellow who was told where his agents were to go. What's he gonna do? Not play? Oh wait, yes. Southampton, Callum Chambers. I understand the booing of Lovren, Lallana and Van Dijk, considering they effectively used their contracts as goddamn toilet paper. But picking on Callum Chambers, really? Southampton fans have booed him in the past, and I honestly don't get it. Yes, he signed for Arsenal 5 years ago, but unlike others, he never lied, never refused to play, and never badmouthed the club. For the love of God, leave Chambers alone. Although, I'm not one to talk, but did you see him defending last season? Tottenham, Sol Campbell. Look, lads, I don't get it. Why do you boo Sol Campbell? This is a man who treated your club with nothing but dignity and respect. And I'd actually advocate a statue being erected outside the ground in honour of his name. Alright, now don't worry, like, don't ever hurt me. I'm obviously joking. I'll do it again. Tottenham, Willian. Ah yes, when Willian took a medical at Spurs before signing for Chelsea. Now you might have thought this was a simple case of Willian completing a medical before hopping out the bathroom window and running off to Chelsea. Now there's actually a bit more to the story than that. According to Willian, his first choice had always been Chelsea, only choosing Spurs when they weren't showing any interest. And then Roman Abramovich hijacked the deal, offered both Anzi and Willian more money. Spurs, if you want to direct your anger at anyone, shouldn't it be the owner for hijacking the deal? Watford, Ashley Young. Ashley Young is still being booed by Watford fans in 2019. Just the 12 years after leaving the goddamn club. Lads, I get that Young is an annoying player and hits the deck more often than Rebel Wilson on the goddamn seesaw, but continuing to boo him for leaving over a decade later, when you were rooted to the goddamn foot of the division, that's like continuing to chuck your leftover sandwiches at your ex-wife whenever you pass her in the goddamn street after she left you in January 2007. Maybe it's time to move on. West Ham, Frank Lampard. There's no love lost nowadays between West Ham and Frank Lampard, and I can understand why they might boo him now considering all the things he said. But why back in the 90s, when he was a budding young player coming through the ranks, purely because his uncle was the manager? There were not only accusations of nepotism, but for some fans demanding he be benched in favour of Scotty f***ing Canham. Some lad who's probably now working down his local greengrocers. Wolves, Roger Johnson. Why pick on Roger Johnson? All he did was turn up to training drunk, and admittedly he was at the club for the money and effectively leached your club dry for every penny in his contract in exchange for doing all. Obviously, I'm joking. I know well why you wouldn't invite this man over for Sunday brunch, but I just couldn't find one for Wolves. It seems that the players that club seems to dislike, they do for pretty justified reasons. I mean, Jamie O'Hara spent a month in Big Brother halfway through his career. Anyway, that's the end of the lights. Please let me know. Honestly, this wasn't a video just to slate you for having your opinions. I want to know why you boo these players. I want to learn here, okay? Although you might say it's a bit too late for that. Anyway, let's go. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Twitter and Instagram is there. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.